Here's the harsh truth. Your clock is ticking, and nothing is changing. You're smart. You've got ideas, ambition, dreams, but you feel stuck. Not because you're lazy, but because you're exhausted by a system built to trap you. You've been told to hustle hard, sleep less, grind more. But what if that entire message is broken? What if the real path to wealth isn't about working harder, but thinking smarter? Welcome to today's video. Feeling lazy? Here's how to get rich without hustling. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. And no, it's not an excuse to sit around doing nothing. It's about understanding the system, leveraging what actually works, and building a life where your money works harder than you do. Because what's the point of success if you're too burnt out to enjoy it? If you're new here, welcome to Money Route. This is the place where we cut through the noise, the fluff, and the fakes. We break down real wealth-building strategies, personal finance truths, and investment game plans, without the fake hustle culture. So, if that sounds like what you need, hit subscribe. Now let's dig in. Let's begin with where most people are right now. Stagnation. You finish school, get a job, start paying bills, and slowly, silently, your dreams start to fade into the background. You were promised more, but now, you're spending hours commuting to a job you don't like for a paycheck that barely keeps up with the cost of groceries. Sound familiar? Here's what they don't tell you. You are not lazy. You are stuck in a loop designed to keep you dependent. It's not about a lack of motivation, it's about being trapped in a system that celebrates slow death over fast growth. Look around. Most people have been in the same job for 5+ years. Their income has increased, sure, but so have their expenses. That $5,000 raise? Gone. New car, better phone, higher rent. They say it's just life. But the truth? It's lifestyle creep, and it's engineered. You earn more, so you spend more. You think you're advancing, but you're not. You're on a treadmill. Society tells you this is normal. That slow progress is progress. But that's the biggest lie of all. Let's be real. You're not supposed to win in this system. You're supposed to spend your prime years grinding for someone else while retirement keeps getting pushed further away. And the worst part? They've tricked you into believing money doesn't buy happiness. That phrase was invented by the rich to control the poor. Because here's the truth. Money buys freedom, and freedom buys happiness. Right now, the U.S. national debt sits above $36 trillion. It's growing every second. Debt isn't just a problem, it's the business model. Governments borrow, banks profit. And you're the one who ends up paying more for less. Wages stagnate. Housing becomes unaffordable. Assets get sucked up by the wealthy. And the only thing the average person owns is their Netflix account. We are entering a world where ownership is disappearing. Don't believe it? Look into the World Economic Forum's Great Reset Plan. One of their most infamous visions? You will own nothing and be happy. They want a world where you rent everything, your home, your car, even your digital life. And when everything's rented, who really controls your future? If you don't take control of your life, someone else will. Let's get something straight. Escaping stagnation isn't about quitting your job tomorrow or starting $1 million business overnight. It's about regaining control, step by step, and it starts with your finances. 1. Know your numbers. Track every dollar, every expense. Break it down. What's essential? What's a luxury? 2. Automate your savings. Even if it's just $20 a week, make it automatic. Because if you can commit to Netflix every month, you can commit to your future. 3. Kill consumer debt, credit card debt, buy now, pay later, high-interest loans. Kill them. They're not just costing you money, they're stealing your options. 4. Build an emergency fund. Your lazy version of rich doesn't come from YOLO. It comes from having a financial cushion that lets you take real risks, not blind ones. Remember, even your Xbox is smart enough to save your progress. So why aren't you saving yours? Now that you're aware of the trap, you're ready for the next level. The moment when things start moving, when energy returns, when money stops slipping away. It's called ignition, and it changes everything. Now that you've taken that first step out of stagnation, things begin to feel different, more alive, more intentional. Welcome to Stage 2, Ignition. This is where the engine starts, where momentum is born, where you're no longer drifting, you're aiming. But let's be real, this is also where the resistance gets loud. Here's what most people never talk about. The moment you decide to change your life, People get uncomfortable. Not strangers, not your haters, your friends, your family, even you. Why? Because your improvement exposes their stagnation, and that makes people squirm. Suddenly, they say things like, "Why are you acting different?" Relax, it's not that serious. You've changed. They want the old you back, not because they hate you, but because your ambition makes them question their own comfort zone. And that's a mirror most people don't want to look into. Don't take it personally. Take it as proof that you're moving. This stage can feel lonely, but that's not a bad thing. You'll start to say no to Friday nights out. You'll stop replying to energy-draining group chats. You'll cut back on scrolling and start building. In this season, your new best friends become your budget spreadsheet, your Audible app, your discipline. This is temporary solitude, and it's necessary, because fire needs oxygen to ignite. And your flame can't burn in a crowd that smothers it. So here's what you do. Get quiet, get focused, get dangerous. Let's switch gears for a second, because there's a silent enemy working against you right now. Its name? Inflation. You're saving money. That's great. But if it's sitting in a regular bank account, making less than 1%, you're losing. Here's how. Let's say you've saved $5,000. Inflation is rising at 3.5%. That means every year, your money buys you less. After 10 years, that $5,000 feels more like $3,500. You did everything right, saved, avoided debt, and still got punished for playing it safe. That's not laziness, that's a rigged game. So what do? You learn how money grows. You don't need to be a Wall Street genius to invest. You just need a starting point. Let me show you a basic but powerful example. Say you invest that same $5,000 into an S&P 500 index fund. Historically, it returns around 7% annually after inflation. In 20 years, that $5,000 could grow to over $20,000. That's not magic, that's compound interest. Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He wasn't wrong. Start simple. Start with what you understand. And start now. You don't need $50,000 to invest. You don't need a finance degree. You just need intentionality. Here are your first moves in the ignition phase. Automate investments. Apps like Vanguard, Fidelity, or Trading. 212 lets you invest as little as $5 to $10 a day. Pick low-fee index funds. You're not here to day trade. You're here to compound. Think long-term. 10, 15, 20 years. That's how true wealth builds without hustle. Here's the hardest part of this phase, the inner battle. Your mind will say, "This isn't working. You're not moving fast enough. Let's just chill." But that's just the old you, trying to survive in a world that no longer fits your vision. Don't negotiate with old patterns, because once you ignite, you never go back. You're not in the rat race anymore. You're in your rise era. You've made it past the hardest part. You're saving. You're investing. You've left stagnation and sparked your ignition. Now it's time to accelerate. Acceleration is when the real transformation happens. No more crawling. No more 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You are now building systems that move you forward with force. In this stage, we introduce the 3 C's, your new commandments for scaling up. 1. Cash flow wealth. Without consistent cash flow is a house of cards. You need money coming in, monthly, weekly, daily. Not just from your job, but from strategic side hustles and digital skills. Start a service business, social media management, content writing, ad creation, virtual assistants, sales funnel building, YouTube editing. Not glamorous, not flashy, but it puts cash in your hands fast, and when done right, that cash is fuel for your investments. 2. Connections. Ever heard this? Your network is your net worth. It's not a cliche, it's the rule book. Start talking to people making moves. DM that coach. Comment under that entrepreneur's post. Collaborate, connect, contribute. Don't network to look cool. Network to exchange value. 3. Confidence. This is the quiet weapon behind every successful person. When you're confident, you take bigger risks. You pitch yourself without apology. You say, "I can help you," and you mean it. Confidence is built by doing scary things consistently. Start small, stack wins, turn fear into fuel. High-income skills. You can learn fast. Copywriting, words that sell. Content creation, YouTube, TikTok, newsletters. Sales, the most recession-proof skill. Consulting, package your knowledge. Automation, build systems that save time. Low startup, High ROI. No degree needed. You've got money flowing. Now it's time to buy back your time. Build assets, dividend stocks, real estate, digital products, remote-run businesses, private equity. Avoid liabilities, flashy cars, high rent, lifestyle creep. Ask this with every dollar. Does this earn while I sleep? Choose your wealth model. Diversification, spread across stocks, crypto, real estate. High conviction. Double down on one big play. Start broad, go deep when you're ready. Now protect it. Create a will. Hire a tax pro use. Life insurance wisely. Reinvest intelligently. You're not just building wealth, you're preserving power. You don't chase money, it flows to you. You now focus on legacy, freedom, impact. This isn't hustle anymore, this is designed wealth. If this lit a spark in you, don't let it die. Subscribe to Money Root for more no-fluff wealth strategies. Drop a comment, I'm building my root. Watch the next video, How to Invest When You're Broke. You don't need to hustle harder, you just need to move smarter. This is Money Root. Your journey to lazy wealth has officially begun.